Let's jump in. So our first contestants for the evening was our leak for the week.
Yes.
And this is Divighn
Yes.
and Kaiya.
Kaiya. Yes.
And Divighn did something very bold. Yes. Bold and singing one of the artist's songs, much less a song from one of the artist's greatest albums ever, one of the greatest albums ever.
Right.
And songs about Jane.
When it gets cold outside and you got nobody to love, you'll understand what I mean when I say there's no way we're gonna give up.
And Kaiya sang Here, and we'll get to that first. So, or get to that later. So I'm going to start with Divighn, and then if you don't mind doing Divighn, and then we'll go to Kaiya, we'll kind of volley that way. Harder to Breathe. Being that we saw the performance first, I now actually can say something since I now have watched the show, Stephanie.
Okay.
So, and I know you can flow with me, and everyone flow with me for a minute. For God forbid I say I liked what he did in rehearsal better than I liked what he did in the performance.
Talk more about that.
Okay, so what Divighn did, and first of all, Divine's outfit, yo, I'm stealing your threads. Like, I'm really stealing them. That jacket, Divighn, like Blue Blaze said, it was like, dude, you put us all to shame.
Yes.
That was fire. Divighn in the B reel, like he just stood and sang the song, and I felt like he sang it down more than the actual performance where he put a whole show, starting off on his knee. I think Divighn showed to me in the B reel that he can also stand and deliver a song.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be always about, even though that's his shtick, that's his thing. And a lot of people can't do that. But we had a contestant, what was that? Was she on last season or the season before? I couldn't remember. One of my favorite contestants, one of my favorite contestants, I always forget her name, where she showed that she could do both. Maddie,
Okay.
it just came back.
Thank you,
so
Lord.
Maddie showed that she could do both.
Yes.
Like, we thought that she was kind of a one-trick pony, but then she gave that Rihanna and like sang it down.
Yes.
That. And that's what I think Divighn should have done with this song. But I get why he was doing what he was doing, because I thought he was killing it in the rehearsal. So, but I said, I understand this is his lane. He's going to do what he's going to do. Stephanie, I don't know. Hearing it back today, I listened to it in my good ears first, but tonight, not listening into my good ears, it sounded like he was a little sharp at some points. And maybe that was the energy, the high octane energy he was bringing, but it wasn't all the time, but it sounded like, especially in the kind of the quicker verse sections, that he was a little above the pitch for me.
Okay.
And maybe that, but I also, and I'm about to get real technical, it maybe was his overtones. And when I say his overtones of his voice, kind of how his voice resonates. Right? It resonates in a higher pitch.
Okay.
So it's kind of the reverb of what you hear. And that's how I say the overtones of what you hear. So I couldn't quite figure it out because I didn't hear it when I had my good ears in, but I heard it tonight. And I love the Michael Jackson pose at the end.
Did you see
I
that?
felt personally he should have given me just a little performance, but really stood there and sung the song like he did in the B reel, because I think he really has got exceptional talent. Stephanie?
Yeah, this one's a conundrum for me for a lot of reasons. There are some songs that I don't really realize are holy grail songs for me until folks sing it on this show, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want you to do this song.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, Harder to Breathe. I can remember first hearing it and being like, okay, what is this band with this flow? Like, the overall full construction of this song is a literal masterpiece. And I took like a half hour on Saturday and just listened to it over and over again just to kind of analyze for myself why I loved it so much. Love it so much. I should keep it in the present tense. So, what I did appreciate about Divighn is that he worked it out with the band to have a harder edge tone instrumentation arrangement to the song, which I liked. When you do a song like this that's so epic, it probably is best to take a different take on it so that you make it feel more like your own. I also could appreciate the performance element because, being frank, our other African American gentlemen on this show are not taking that same approach. So it is a way to differentiate him from the other Black male artists on the show. I also felt that for all the performing that he was doing, and Divighn, you was channeling a lot of greats, sir. You was channeling Prince. You was channeling Michael. You was channeling Elvis. I saw like an Elvis move in there. I'm like, he is channeling everybody within this.
Entertainers, right?
Yes, all the
cream of the top entertainers.
Yes. But I felt like for all of the performance element, his vocal did not suffer that much. I can see what you're saying about the overtones. However, like you said, when you were listening in your good ears, you didn't hear it. So I always trust my good ears more than I trust my non-good ears. So I thought that he gave a really good vocal and showed really good breath support during the song. It was interesting too because of the original song and how much ad-libbing goes on in the bridge. I heard the words to the bridge like almost for the first time, which was kind of refreshing because I'm always singing Adam's ad-libs rather than singing what's actually being said in the bridge. So I appreciated that. Do I like this version of the song better than the original? I do not. Do I think that it was good strategy for this particular singing competition? I do. Despite, spoiler, how it might have worked out, I do appreciate this particular approach to the song.
I felt vocally I wanted him to stand a little bit more because it showed to me how vocally strong Divighn really is. Where I thought the performance kind of pulled away from how strong of a vocalist he is. Because I heard him really sing it down in the Be Real. And that's, I think, why I preferred that one over the actual performance itself. Okay, so our next artist is Kaiya. Kaiya sang Here.
Oh, Here.
Yeah.
Oh,
by
Here. Alicia Cara. Alicia Cara.
I always want to say Alicia Cara.
So tell my people when they're ready that I'm ready and I'm standing by the TV with my beanie. I'll be over here. I ask yourself, whatever to me.
I say, okay, Kaiya. Being that I heard her last week, and I'm stuck on this whole rehearsal thing, she sounded as ridiculous in the rehearsal as she did on this battle or on this knockout. I said, I love that Michael gave her the note almost, he didn't say this, but I was almost like he felt like he gave her permission to attack it. To attack the performance. And I felt like that's what Kaiya did. This is a very difficult song.
Yes.
It's got a lot of that flow that Stephanie was talking about. And I love how she stayed right in the pocket, right in the groove with the band the entire time.
That's not true.
Oh, well, I thought she did until the back half of the song. And then I felt that the back half of the song, there was a snap. There was snappage that happened. And then I said, okay, it's not really even a competition anymore. She's just really good. I'm here for the back half snappage of that song
Yeah.
because she let it go. The front half, to me, she was right in the pocket, right in the groove. And then she just snapped and then showed you what she can do on the ad lib side and to really make the song her own. I thought it was a masterful performance. I loved every minute of it. I loved just her spirit. I think she should go far in the competition. She's one of the strongest who nobody's really talking about.
Kaiya's the silent assassin.
Yep.
Kaiya, watch out for Kaiya.
Yep, please.
Kaiya will be really kind to you in your face and then stab you in your face.
Better.
So this is what I meant about her not being in the cut. She was uncomfortably behind the beat, but it worked at the beginning of the song. She was so like uncomfortably, because I am a beat person. It makes me uncomfortable when I feel like people are behind the beat. And she was so behind the beat, but not offbeat, if that makes sense, which shows her sense of timing, which shows her sense of rhythm, because she actually, when she got to the chorus, maybe it wasn't far after that first verse when she was actually on the beat, like right on it, which showed that she could be on the beat. And she was just being really creative and conversational with how she was singing that verse. That's how that verse felt. It felt very conversational. Like she's not gonna sing it right on the beat. She was stepping back and like really letting you know what was going on in this first verse. And I loved it. Breath support is crazy, especially for that bridge, and especially for the last little part of that bridge. The band dropped out. Now, when the band dropped out, that should have been when she was pitchy. That should have been when you could tell that her breath support had given out. It was such a bold move to have a band break, or to have the band drop out at that point, because it's the most vulnerable spot within the song if you do not have good breath support. And I was just like, chef's kiss, she's showing them, I got this thing. And after that point, that is when the snap occurred. That is when all the stress of the song was gone. That is when she just let it go. James, I didn't hear it until tonight. Did you hear the way the electric guitar was shredding to the gods as she was singing that last chorus? I was like, oh my gosh. And what a testament to her, because for as much as the electric guitarist was shredding, this was the first time that I really noticed it. Why? Because of how she was singing that song and singing that chorus down. Okay.
The performance reminded me of like a monster in a horror movie, like pursuing you. Like she would not stop. Like you threw stuff at her, you threw like, and she just it's like, and like the shredding was like her getting closer and closer. You're running as fast as you can, but she's right there. Yeah. She's gonna get you. She's gonna get you. That's what it reminded me of. It was crazy.
That's good. I even love the way she was saying here, because sometimes she was saying here, sometimes she was saying hair, and I was like, you better sing the word here. Yeah. You better give them that delicious tone that you have. It was crazy. The band overall was hit, and I was like, y'all better play. It was a phenomenal performance, and we've heard very good renditions of this song. Yeah,
she is exceptional.
Yes,
don't
she was.
Sleep on her. Don't sleep on her, because we got some killer singers this season, and she is one of them.
Yes.
All right. So, just by the way we were talking, she did win. Kaiya did win this battle.
Yes, she did.
Divighn did get sent home.
Yep.
Which is interesting because usually when they pick they got us this week because when
They
they pick
did.
the leak, it's usually a good sign for both singers.
Yeah.
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 But Kelsea told you, she's like, I gotta hold on to it. I gotta
Yeah.
hold on to it. She's waiting for something
Mm-hmm.
really special.